At least right. To be completely honest, I will just trust people because they won't calculate. Yeah. 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 Alrighty. Awesome. Cool. Okay. We can start now. Okay. I think we're all good on Sustainability Club and everything. Yep.
All good, all good.
Awesome. Okay. Cool. Okay. So while everybody is sort of settling down, I just want to say thank you for coming and joining us. Yeah, this is our first idea-a-thon. Hopefully it goes well. But yeah, thank you. If you don't know, my name is Gavin. I'm the GDC lead for Conestoga here. Alexander is the vice lead. Sanjay here, who's the technical lead too. Yeah. Also, Emil is joining us virtually too. Thank you, Emil. Yeah, we also have the Sustainability Club, who's going to be talking a little bit about the 17 UN SDGs. Awesome. So what can you expect today? Really just a short little thing on the solution challenge. If you didn't join us in last week's info session for the solution challenge, that's A-OK. And then we'll have that presentation from the Sustainability Club. And then finally, there'll be some networking and a group icebreaker, trying to help you find some people to maybe join up with for the solution challenge. And that's really the ultimate goal of today's session. Any questions? No? Okay. If there's a lot of cupcakes, so don't be afraid to come and get more if you want more. Yeah. Cool. So the solution challenge. Did anybody join us for the info session, or anybody have any ideas on what it is? No? Okay. Well, that's okay. So the solution challenge is a Google sponsored sort of event that takes or lasts about 3 months. And really its goal is to have students pair up or join a group from 2 to 4 people. And then you basically build a project that aims to have some sort of impact on one of the 17 UN goals. It's not ending poverty, it's not cleaning all the water. It's those small, very specific impacts. And I'll get to some examples that actually won last year, and hopefully that can drum up some inspiration as well. Again, ideas can be very small, very specific. As long as it's targeted to one of the goals, you should be good. Yeah. Something to sort of consider is be mindful of collaborating with people that you've never collaborated with. For me, I'm actually pairing up with Alexander and Sanjay, who I have never done a group with, but I'm excited to do that. And so having people from different programs and stuff will really elevate your project and help you bring different eyes, different skill sets to that project. And lastly, one big benefit of doing this or even attempting it is you have something on your resume and you have real world experience. Especially if you win something, that's really cool to put the word Google on your resume next to winner. So yeah. So I wanted to just quickly discuss on like picking an idea, because I always feel like picking an idea is like the hardest aspect of a project. So you want to choose something that aligns with your interests. I can't uh, emphasize this enough that you want to pick something that you're passionate about, you're interested in. Even if it's like a game, you can sort of tie the SDGs into like doing some sort of game or something like that. And it will make your project much easier to program and code, but also make it like a lot easier to learn new things, and increase your likelihood of actually submitting something. You want to identify any specific problems or needs that the project will end up addressing. And this is focusing on like making sure you have a clear purpose for what your project is. Right. And with that purpose, you can work backwards to build a plan, and then eventually you can execute that plan, and then again, have something to submit. Consider the feasibility. You really only have 3 months. So the solution challenge actually started last week as the like building and learning phase. And submission is in March. So you don't have like that much time, plus like your studies and everything too. So again, you don't have to solve world hunger or anything, but doing those small, specific, feasible projects can actually land you on like the top 100 list and everything. And also looking at like existing solutions and seeing maybe where they're lacking. And that will sort of drive you for innovation. And that's what you're really looking for. So some example projects that I pulled from the top 100 globally, there's like an e-receipt app. And its aim is to reduce paper waste. That is definitely something that is like feasible and relatively attainable. And especially the next one, the COVID-19 vaccine calculator, and this one like in the top 10 2 years ago. And that is like a simple date sort of calculation app, which like, you know, first year, second year students can definitely achieve. So again, remember, you're not trying to end world hunger or anything. It's really those small impacts. Other examples include healthier, I think is how it's pronounced. And it's all about like gamifying a community volunteering system. And really like all that stuff is just like, if y'all know what CRUD is, it's just like CRUD apps, pretty much. Also with like Feed the Need, it's the same thing. So yeah. So just a quick run through or summary of the 17 UN SDGs. The Sustainability Club will talk way more on this, and they're more experts than I am on it. But they're United Nations Sustainability Development Goals, or SDGs. There's a set of 17, and they're fairly recent, 2015, and it's part of the UN's 2030 agenda for sustainable development. And they really aim to sort of summarize the places that we need sort of like help in, I guess. And that could be like ending poverty, protecting the planet, and ensuring like people are enjoying peace and prosperity, and that sort of thing. Awesome. With that being said, I'm going to hand it over to the Sustainability Club. Just bear with me 1 second. I think I'm going to jump in this. Yeah, and if y'all want to share your screen.
Thank you, Kevin. I will take it forward from here. So I'll can you stop sharing so that I can share my screen?
Yes, that is my bad.
That's okay.
Awesome. Go ahead.
All right. Is this visible?
Yep, we're all good.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Pratna, and I'm the treasurer at the Sustainability Club of Conestoga College. I also have Yusuf, who is the president, and Nicole, who is the vice president, with me today on this call. Please bear with me. I'll not be able to switch on my video because I do not have very good internet. I can only share my screen or switch on my video. So, but yeah. So in the next 10 to 15 minutes, I will talk about the club and what is the mission and the vision of our club. Then, as Gavin said, I'll talk about what are UN SDGs, what are some priority SDGs that you might want to look at while you're at the ideation stage of your app development. And then we'll also be giving you some tools and resources that will be very helpful for you to identify the issues, the problems. And then I'll end with sharing two case studies with you. These are some examples and apps that people have created, so you might want to get some inspiration from that. So our club is um, like your club. We are also a group of passionate and like-minded people coming together to create and to drive long-lasting positive changes, not just in a college, but also, collaborating with other groups like you and making people aware about what these goals are, the global goals, and how people can work towards accelerating these goals, and how everybody can integrate small actions in their lives to um, build sustainability, and like we can all live sustainably together. um, and yeah, so this is what our main vision and mission for the club is. mm, Moving forward, so, what are UN SDGs? So, these are the global goals created by United Nations in 2015. So, these are a set of 17 integrated goals. They are all interconnected with each other, but they also have 169 specific targets under each goal, which you might want to look into while you are doing some research and coming up with ideas. I'll talk about that momentarily. So these are the goals that are basically created to end poverty, to protect the planet, and to ensure that the humanity enjoys peace and prosperity. And these were created in 2015, and they were supposed to be, you know, worked like we all nations together are supposed to be working towards them till 2030. So, how is it important for you or for small businesses or companies? So, the SDGs present significant opportunities to align corporate sustainability goals with global priorities and to enhance co investment, collective action, and to create a bigger impact. So, moving forward, um, like I mentioned, that these SDG 17 goals, they also come along with 169 specific targets, and they are all interrelated to each other. I have provided this link over here. You can check out all the specific targets that come under these SDGs. So while you are creating your ideas, it would be better if you can specify which target you are referring to or aligning your ideas to. So do check out this link over here. Moving forward, now it's always important to prioritize certain SDGs. Uh, like when you're coming up with your ideas, it is critical to assess, uh, certain SDGs that are prioritized in your idea, and it cannot be just a single priority SDG, because as I mentioned, there is an interconnectedness between all of them. So while you are working towards any idea, you might be prioritizing two or three of them together. So while presenting any business opportunity or business idea, it's important to give priority SDGs in such scenarios. So you will get those while you are researching more on the 169 targets. Moving ahead, this slide has a couple of resources and tools that would be helpful to you while you are coming up with certain ideas. So, to identify your priorities, you first have to identify what are the issues, like Gavin was saying. You have to identify what are the pressing issues that you want to address through your apps that you will be developing. So the first one is the SDG Good Life Goals. Now the 17 SDGs that are created by UN, they are more for a global perspective, for nations, for bigger companies. When we are looking at uh, what people can do at individual levels, these are the good life goals that the same 17 SDGs, they are made in a very simpler way, which can be implemented by individual people or a small group of people. So when you will go through this website, you will be able to see that the same 17 SDGs, they are simplified with action specific what individual people can do on their end, or what small group of people can do on their end. So these might simplify your uh, you know while you are looking out for identifying certain issues. Then moving on, the second is the country specific SDG index. This is the dashboard that will help you to give an idea for country specific issues that are there in different nations. You will be able to see certain country scores, and then uh, which issue is critical in which country, and which is significantly high, which is significantly low, so that this will give you an opportunity to think of areas where you can um, uh, like build up your ideas. And moving ahead, there is another the in the third point, there is a link which will give you SDGs that are essential for businesses. So this is one other useful resource that you can find when you're looking for which issues you want to address and what are the essential SDGs that can be addressed by businesses. And lastly, we have the gap frame index. So the gap frame is basically, this is a framework which is created, which translates SDGs into nationally relevant issues and indicators for businesses, basically giving out certain opportunities and areas of work in specifically in countries or region wise globally. You will be able to see, again very similar to SDG index, you will be able to see very specific areas of issues, like significant issues that are prevailing in certain nations. And you'll be able to identify what is the issue and then how you can work upon it. So I hope these should be enough for you to understand the type of issues, critical issues, and then uh, come up with ideas and to identify your priority SDGs, what you want to address through your project. And sorry, if I'm going too fast, please stop me anytime. And if you have any questions regarding this, please feel free to ask your questions. Mm, so, moving ahead, yeah. So this is the last segment. These are two case studies we will be showcasing today, but you can find a lot of them. So the first one is World Reader. This is an app by an organization, and they want to create. They want to basically increase the percentage of educated people in the world. So they are addressing SDG 4 by their mission for this app. So they have created this app to increase access to books to kids in different languages. So easily made accessible books to different kids. And the second one is Care Message. So this is an organization which is based in US, and they want to make like healthcare assistance accessible to people coming from lower economic backgrounds. And for that, their app, they use like messages and notifications to improve communication and then collect data and provide information to their patients, people who cannot access it. So something similar you can find, there are many small apps and organizations that are working towards accelerating and aligning their vision to different SDGs. And like I said earlier, your priority SDGs will not be just a single SDG. They might be like multiple of them, because you might be working towards mitigating climate change while also uh, aligning your work towards quality education by, educating people and stuff like that. So that is it from my end. And feel free to get in touch with us anytime if you have any doubts or you want access to more resources. We will be happy to help you out with that. And yeah, that is it from my end. Yusuf, if you have anything else to add, or Nicole.
Thank you, Prathna. First of all, let me thank you guys again for having us today. We are really looking forward to this partnership, I would call it. I hope this is the first time that we're working together, but I hope it's not the last. As we like, what we're trying to do today is walk you through, I think, the most effective way to create your ideas, to generate your ideas. And this is by identifying pressing issues, right? So, to be effective in your solution, you have to be solving an issue that is pressing on a maybe on a personal level. It shouldn't be a global. Everything global or big can be boiled down to regions, cities, or even neighborhoods. So don't be overwhelmed with global issues. Everything can be boiled down to even personal actions. So I hope all the resources that Pratna provided today help you with generating ideas. We also will be open to guide you guys throughout the sustainability part of your project. So you feel free to join our club or just contact us through through the emails. We will be sharing our PowerPoint with Gavin later on, and yeah, you have access to us guys whenever you want. This is a collaborative work, as the concept of sustainability teaches us. So thank you again, and good luck to everyone. If you have any questions, we are here to answer.
Awesome. Thank you for the presentation. We highly appreciate it. Yeah. Awesome. Cool. Any questions or anything so far? I know that there was a couple people that came in late. Questions? No? Cool.
How many of you are planning to work on solution challenge projects slash are working on?
Or even like interested in. Okay, so quite a few.
Yeah, that's good.
I say just like do it. Even if it's not gonna like work out or anything, just like try it. And because you'll learn things like as you go, and even if you fail too, you'll still learn a lot. And if you don't, right, you have a chance of winning like $1,000 and stuff, which is always nice. And it's still something on your resume, which is important too. Cool. Now with that, there is like 40 minutes of time or like half an hour left. We are planning on doing some like networking and icebreakers and hopefully getting everybody to talk to each other and get to know each other. That way y'all can sort of hopefully group up and connect with new people. So for online attendees, we're going to do some breakout rooms, and Emil is there. He is going to sort of facilitate some questions and that sort of thing. Yeah, and then for in-person, we're gonna do an Alexander inspired speed networking thing.
Yeah, I can organize everyone if
Yeah.
it's
And again, we have a lot of food and stickers too, so feel free to take that stuff. And if you have been to DevFest too, you can come and talk to Alexander.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
If you've been to DevFest last
last year.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah. Cool. Anything else that like anybody wants to add about like
before we start this, I guess.
This is for the online. Oh, wait, this is for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Alexander will
Explain
Explain
what
it.
it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is an activity that I learned about recently. Essentially, it's like a very good icebreaker. At least I enjoyed it. So everyone, please stand up and form a big circle. Okay.
Is there any questions or anything for the people online that I can hopefully answer? Awesome. Thank you, Yusuf. I will break out people into like breakout rooms. I believe either everybody can sort of jump in between the rooms or it might just go to hosts. Yeah, thank you all for coming. You should try and come in person next time. And yeah, speaking of like our next event, I believe is next week. And I think Emil is hosting it, hopefully, on Dockerizing or using dev containers in your projects, which is a really useful tool to do. So, cool. So I'm gonna do two room. Oh wait, I'm gonna do 4 people per room. That means that there's going to be 2 rooms, and then y'all should be able to sort of jump in and talk. Awesome. Cool. Thank you again, everybody. Bye. Thank you, Emil, too.
No worries. Yeah.
Are you? Is everyone? So you're